Seriously? I'm pretty sure that this isn't really here for you. Oh, you're gonna take my raft? Where's he gonna go? Yeah, he's just headed down that way. This game is so funny. All right, and welcome to another episode of ARK Survival Ascended here with Darby Topknot on the ARK and ART server. How's it going? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day so far. As you can see, we are here with Benjamin and Lucky. Benjamin, tell the people what we're doing. That's right, we're building. Today is all about getting the dock installed. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be awesome. Benjamin has assured me of that. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. As you can see, our little village is starting to grow up just a bit. We do have some stuff over here as well. So I think it's starting to look cohesive and make a lot of sense. Over this way, though, we don't have any place for our friends to park when they come over. And so we have taken this pathway out to here and then down to where I think it's going to join up with the dock. We're going to have out here a number of different places that people can park their rafts, even though we all know that they're just going to fly over. But it'll look cool. So we're going to have it go this way in a straight line, and then I think cut at an angle that way, and then maybe cut at another angle. It'll just depend on what it actually looks like. But for now, I think we've laid all the stone out that we need right now, and we're going to come down here and start working on the wooden part of the dock. So we're going to go out from right here. As you can see, this is pretty well level with that. I think that it will be a good bit above the water to make it make sense. And we're going to go out this way, across this way, and then over here, have it turn and go here. And we might even have it go all the way over and continue on and turn in here. It just depends. So we'll have to see what happens there and how it looks and all that stuff. But I did lay out a little sketch of the shape, at least the basics of it, with some thatch. And I think that what I have in mind will work, but we'll find that out together. Then this part will go out and I think need to link up with it there as well. So if we're lucky, we will get this all done in one episode. And then we can also take a little bit of time to build like a little fishing shack, or maybe even put the take an item, leave an item thing in place. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. So I'm thinking that every 2 ceiling lengths, we're going to put pillars. So if we take a look from here, if we go out one more, we're going to want them right there. And unfortunately, that's about as good as that gets. Right, I wish I could put it underneath, like right here, but we can't do that. Not in this game. So let's go ahead and go out one more and see how that looks. So if we come this way, we'll go 2, then 2 more, and get these in here. And we want the pillars on both sides. And we can go to there, and then let's go ahead and pop up into the K mode and take a look. Yeah, you know what? That's gonna be good. And over on this side, I think we'll end it here. At least for now, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end it right there. So when we're laying this out, I did take a look at some actual piers. I live in Southern California, so there's an abundance of them. I've spent pretty much my whole life going to the beach from time to time. So when you're building, it's always a good idea, let's go ahead and put that away, to take inspiration from real life. And the one thing I've noticed is that even though you may have wooden pillars for a pier and a dock, the dock rarely touches it, right? So most of the docks out here are actually not wood, but the piers are, and the piers never touch. That's what we want here. And the docks, if they do, they're floating docks, right? So I wanted to mimic that, and I'm thinking that, you know, a raft is about 2 to 3 wide, so we'll be able to have little pieces that jut out at regular intervals to make spots just big enough for that. And then if somebody comes up with a Sarco or whatever, they'll have more than enough room to go ahead and pull their guy up. So let's go ahead, and I'm not sure how far out we're gonna go. I do know though that right here, if I can get the correct, was that right? Yeah, the correct placement. Then we can go out 2 more, 2 more. And here I'm kind of fighting this shallow water here. I don't want to cut over at an angle too soon, but I also don't want a super, super long thing. I think that's looking pretty good so far. We need to put one right here. And then this side, we need to go out quite a bit more. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 probably. And then we'll be able to cut at an angle, because it will cut at a 45-degree angle with the triangle ceilings. So we've made quite a bit of those as well. There we go. And that is that. So we will go ahead, and yeah, it looks like I did make more than enough. So we'll cut over very soon. It's 1, 2, and this will be 2, and I think this might be the point that we want to cut over. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give that a try. So let me put down some guys here, and then I will go grab the appropriate pieces. And are we at the point where we need? Yeah. So we're going to have to do this as we go along. I don't think you actually need it at this point, because these guys are the ones actually providing the support, but you don't want to kind of skimp out on the details there. I wonder how long Benjamin can hold his breath. Do shoulder pets drown? He says no, he can hold his breath longer than I can. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll gather some stuff up and bring it right back. Okay, so we have a ton of these guys now, and we are going to want to do this kind of like when we did the beehive. If you remember that, how we made these make our line. And the cool thing about these pieces is if we continue to go out like that, you can see that what it does is it creates a straight line here, right? And so it'll create a straight line there. So even though we're going off at an angle, the angled thing has its own edges, and that will let us park guys right up against here, because each of these edges, each of those little triangle pieces is one ceiling wide. So if we have these normal square ceilings going off of it, that will still work. So that's a good thing here. We're just gonna have to figure out, I guess, how far along we want to go before we start putting in the pieces that, okay, so we can go to there. And let's take a look. If we just go 1, 2, you know what? Maybe we should just do the 2 again. Let's try to get that in place. If I do 2 there, then this will be that. But then if I go 1, 2, that'll be that and there, which is 1, 2. Yeah. So this one will just be off by 1, but that's not going to matter. And that's 1, 2, right? And there we go. Let's go ahead and see. Let's drop that in there. Drop that in there. And looks like we are ice cold. I am going to, once again, have to pick up a ton more stuff. Every time I do one of these projects, like even this, the tavern, in my mind's eye, it was half that size and took a quarter of the materials. These two, I did a little bit better on my estimations. This one, I probably was off by 90%. So I'm getting better at estimating, but still, I think I'm going to have to go and get more and more stuff continually throughout this process, but I won't bore you guys with that. If you look over there, you can see that we have a really beautiful pteranodon flying around, and you can also hear that we have a new friend. I did not tame him. He tamed himself. But Benjamin suggested that we make him the dock master. So he's going to be the dock master. He's going to be in charge of this whole thing once it's built. Benjamin decided that we should end it here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go off in that direction now. So we will get that going. I think first things I should probably put that down there, even though it's not going to matter for right now. And then if you see, like we said, we can go off of this side with no problem. And that sends it off at that angle. And I guess, yeah, there's a weirdness to the direction of the beams, but there's no way to avoid that. So we end up with this kind of little piece of a hexagon here, or maybe an octagon. Yeah. So we're going to go out in this direction. I'm not sure how far, so let's go ahead and find out. And we will drop this right there. And that one is 2 out. So we'll put that there and see if these... No, I'm going to have to complete that down here. So now, unfortunately, what's going to happen is we're going to have to jump out of the water, jump back into the water with every piece that we put up. So what we'll probably do is just... Hey, what's up, dude? Your feet kind of look funny under there. No offense. But we'll do this part from out here. Oh, it's not easy in the water, is it? Here, let's try that. Please stop. There's 2. And then we'll go ahead and put that guy down. And can we see what's going on down there? That guy down, and then another one. Yeah, okay. So this will work. I think this is going to look cool. We will have to put... Hello? Excuse me, sir. You are not yet the dock master here. Not on that side. I can't even really see what I'm doing here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get some pieces to let me climb up there. Be right back. All right, so I just went and got my thatch ramps. You can see Dockmaster is down there, swimming in circles below us. Yeah, we did a dino reset when we put the Gigantoraptor in. And so now what's happened is everything was pretty much dead over here. There was nothing ever spawned. Now all these spawns are in here, and it brings a lot more life to the game over at our base. So let's take a look. If we go out that far, come across, and then here, yeah, maybe we go down. That's pretty deep, so maybe 8 more? What do you guys think? Well, let's see. I have 7. So maybe maybe we'll go 6 more. All right, so we've done a little bit of work. This path, really, dodos? This path needs to join up with that part of the dock. And so what I decided to do was make it come off of that slanted piece that we have there. So it's coming to that point, and we're going to bring these down just like we did these over here. And at some point they will make us go to a lower foundation setting, and we will be able to then lower them down. And will it be here? Doesn't look like it. Here? Oh, come on, man. Here? Okay, it's gonna be there. So we want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This might not work as well as I thought it would. So if we... It's not going to let us put it down there. So we are going to... We're going to have to put a ceiling there and bring it down, kind of like we did in the place over there that we showed you in one of the other building ones, where we had to do some weirdness to the pieces here. And we had to do quarter ceilings and stuff like that to make that look right. We're going to have to do the same type of thing over here. I'd really like to get it down one before, because I don't really want to just have it come straight down into here. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. I think I have a couple. Yeah, I made these. And we will make that like that. And that like that. And then here we're going to have to make it quarter ceilings. So not a big deal. But if we take a look from above, that then will come down, and we can decide if we want it to go farther out this way, which if you're looking, you'll see that we can just come with normal ceiling pieces there. But if we enter here and we have like a railing all the way around, I think that that will be pretty cool. And we can create the sense of going from someplace to someplace by putting up the railings. So I think that'll be good. Now, the only other thing we need to look at now is on the edges of this, how we want to take care of like the dockmaster's shack or the bait shop or whatever it's going to be. You know what? It could be a bait shop, and we could actually have bait and stuff in there because we have honey. We could have leech blood, stuff like that. So you see how this, just putting those there kind of funnels your vision this way, and it looks like, oh, okay, this is the way you go to walk into the town. That is exactly what we're looking for. So we are going to put those all around, and then probably on this side of the dock itself, probably not the outside of the dock, right? So I'm going to put little things jutting off of there. I'm going to have to make a raft and see how big a raft actually is. We did lose our raft. If you guys remember in the incident where we were fighting the Troodon and they took our raft from us. So yeah, if you haven't seen that episode, go ahead and look back. It's more than worth the watch. So we've done some more work, and this is what we have. So we made a little section that came off of this end part, which one of the things that did is it helped the symmetry between how far that section goes out and how far it went out over here. And it gives us another reason to have this coming off of this side. So we'll probably start the parking like right here. So not right in front of this pathway, but right to the, just to the right of it. And maybe have 3 there. We're gonna have to make sure we can get rid of these. But over here, I decided to make just a simple shack, and now I have to decide whether we're going to use thatch roofs or if we're going to use Actually, you know what? I think I know what we'll do. It's always great to make these decisions on the fly. We will do this because it's supposed to be a simple thing, right? It's not supposed to be a big deal or anything like that. If you guys have ever been there, you probably know what these smell like and look like. And then off of here, we will have, maybe on just one side, we'll have like a little overhang come out, and then some of these guys, so that we can, once again, create the impression that somebody here is going for safety. Let me put these up while I'm thinking about it. So you see that? And then I'm gonna put some storage boxes out here, kind of like we did in the blacksmith, just to make them look a little bit haphazard. You know, like somebody built this, made it really nice a long time ago, but it's been a long time. And we will go like this all the way around here. And so there we go. And maybe one of these sides has something coming off of it. And I don't believe... Yeah, that won't work. But if it went straight across, right? That might work. I'm gonna dump that there for now, just so that I can see what the thatch looks like. Will the thatch be better with that? You know what? I think it might. And I'm actually thinking that it'll be cool with it over both, and then have these pillars go all the way up. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. You see how that looks really cool? How the kind of forced perspective here makes it look like it's a long way away when it's not. It's just like 2 jumps from here, but it makes it look like it's way out there. I'm gonna put some railings on the sides there coming down, maybe just to make it a little more interesting. And that should break things up. Maybe I'll have railings coming off the front here to make it have at least something right there. Let's take a look at that. And if this looks okay, yeah, you know what? That does look okay. Yep. So we'll go like that and then get this thing up here. It's a very large... It's such a big pillar. Kind of looks out of place. And what this is telling me is that... Oh yeah, I like that. We should be able to power whatever we do there, because electricity is a thing. And you notice under here we have that water tank. We're also going to have to put a generator under there. So we're going to have a generator there, and then we're probably going to have to place a generator up someplace in the tavern. And now we have a moss chops. But yeah, that'll look good. So what I'm going to do... Oh, it's very rustic, isn't it? Doesn't it look like it should be out on the bayou? So I'm going to deck this thing out a little bit, and then we are going to bring you guys back. Hopefully by that time, we'll have a good color. I think that maybe a blue, maybe the blue that was one of the other runners up for the tavern color. So, or maybe like a really light powder puff blue, kind of like it's been bleached in the sun. That might be cool. And as you can see, the sun is coming up. Looks absolutely beautiful here. Okay, so we have done quite a bit of work. We have done some painting as well and put out some decorations. Benjamin is really happy right now. Love is always happy. So if you can hear Benjamin, he's squeaking there. And Love is just along for the ride. She loves this type of thing. And so let's take a look at what we have. So this is the shape. And I really like it. I think it will fit the size of the rest of this when we're done. So right now it's a little tiny bit overpowering, but as this grows out this way and kind of takes that place over, and as we put stuff over in this area, and there will be another couple buildings there, I think that this will really, really work well. You can see at the end of each of these piers, we did put stairs so that we can get up into there either with a dino or on foot. And that was because I kept falling in and having to get out and have to walk over there, then go all the way around and everything. So there is that. Hey guys, we have this over here where we have started to lay out different crates and things like that. We're going to put a ton of these things out here, and we'll monitor the type of lag it creates for us over here. But I want to put a ton of different decorations and details in here. So we have different types of crates. We do have the railings on one side, not on both, because we can have two rafts pull up here, or, you know, one here, one over there. And then we can do one here, and then one, of course, where ours is parked right now. I think they'll look really cool once they're in there. And also, our friends can bring their dinos and park them there as well. Even though I don't think anybody travels by sea, except maybe on a Sarco, and a Sarco would probably park over there anyway. But we made the little bait shop, and let's go ahead and hop off of here and take a look at what we're dealing with. And yeah, the dock master is here as well. Are you pleased? Good to know. Seriously, I'm pretty sure that this isn't really here for you. Oh, you're gonna take my raft? Where's he gonna go? Yeah, he's just headed down that way. This game is so funny. Now what are you gonna do? Oh. He is. He's gonna take my raft. I'll bet he would if I wasn't here. So you can see that we connected the pathways. And this is something we... What? We intended to do. So obviously when you get off your raft and when you get off your boat, first thing you do is you come over here and go to the tavern, right? And so we're going to plan some more buildings here, probably a little shop here, probably a little shop here, and things like that. We're going to have stuff over here as well, because, you know, these medieval villages, they're pretty tightly packed usually, at least in my mind. But if we take a look and walk from up here, I think that looks pretty cool, right? And I like the fact that that's just a little shack. And we tried to make it look as ramshackle as we could. And this part goes out over to here. We're going to put some more tables and everything here so that, you know, you can always have the old barnacles sitting out here playing chess or whatever. And we'll have a lot more in the way of clutter that's here. I want a lot of things that look like they were just left there, right? And so here's going off of here. When you park, it should be pretty easy to get onto your raft and off of your raft, right? So pretty simple to do. And coming over here, one of the coolest things, if you listen, I put a compost bin here, not to be a compost bin, but just to be some type of random crate or something that somebody forgot and left fish in. You can hear the flies. And this is the bait shop. I think this color works well. And I think it works well with not painting this stuff too. And so then inside, things look a little bit worn down. Of course, there's the picture of all the best fishing spots on the island. And I may circle some on there or things like that so that we can help people understand where they should go fish. This is where they do all the cutting of the bait and everything. But actually, this is where they spend most of their time. Right? So most of the time of whoever runs this place will be spent right out here. Just watching everything go on and chilling out with his otter. So, I think that looks pretty cool. And this was actually, you know what? This was not as difficult to make as I thought it would be. There we go. Let's get out of here. It is difficult to walk, apparently. But if we take this from the standpoint of we just pull in, and I did this. I had that go down there because I didn't want to have it just end, because usually that means you need some type of support there, and there really is nothing. So I had it go diagonally into this pillar, which I thought worked pretty well. But if you're coming up and you're kind of walking your way through, then you would come over here, and I think walking these streets is starting to look pretty cool. And I think this all ties in really well in taking the look out there. So yeah, fantastic. I think Benjamin's plan worked out really well. We're gonna keep decorating out here and trying to make this look better and better as we go through. But for now, this is Darby Topknot and Benjamin and Love here on the ARK server. We want to thank you guys for hopping on with us today, and thanks for the amazing support you guys have been showing us over the course of the last few months. It's just amazing to us. Please remember to like and subscribe, share with everybody you know, and even people you don't know. If you see somebody on the street, just share with them. Say, hey, you know what? Darby Topknot plays games. And we appreciate you guys hopping on. And so for now, this is Darby Topknot saying bye for now.